Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. My name is Jenya, and today we are going to be talking about how to do a pot, a succulent pot, or just any pot. Real quick, I do want to give a shout out to everybody, including family members and friends, that supported my first YouTube video ever yesterday. So thank you guys for all your kind and generous comments and all your likes. Greatly appreciate it. If you have not seen that, go ahead and check that one out. Okay, so today we are going to be doing a pot. I do want to talk about a little bit about what thrillers, spillers, and fillers are. So a thriller plant to me is a plant that is thrilling, that is going to catch somebody's eye, that someone's going to look at before they see anything else in the pot or in the arrangement. A spiller plant is a plant that is going to spill over the pot. Flowers, succulents, something that's just that's going to drape over the pot. And a filler, filler plants are going to be the plants that we are going to be filling in the gaps and filling in so there's no dirt showing. So what I like to do first is I like to start with my thriller plants. So the plants, or the plant that that people are going to directly see, or their eyes going to go to first. So I have two of my plants here that I am going to go ahead and plant in the pot. So I am going to put mine in the back, just so they I have room to plant in the front. So I'm going to go ahead and stick, these two are the same plants that I'm going to go ahead and stick in the back, and these are going to be my thriller plants. These are going to be the plants that people are going to that people's eyes are going to be drawn to. You know, these are the plants that are hopefully going to draw the eye first. And you know, there is no right or wrong way to do this. I have made a ton of mistakes in life, gardening and doing certain succulent arrangements and planting plants, but then over time I've learned that, oh, well, that didn't work, so maybe let's try this. So it's kind of all just fun. I mean, you know, it doesn't have to be right or wrong. If you make a mistake, you make a mistake. Maybe you'll learn, you know, then you'll learn from it, and, you know, then you'll try something else, and maybe that will work. So it's all kind of just experimenting and seeing what works for you. Okay, so I got my thrillers in that I like, and we are going to go ahead. Next, we are going to plant my spiller, or the spiller. So the spiller is often going to be a plant that is going to, typically that is going to spill over the pot, or that's going to drape over. So as it is shown right here. So this is kind of what it's gonna. So this is what the spiller will look like, something that is flowing out of the pot. So, and see, I'm not taking much time to do this. I'm not taking much time to plant things. I'm just kind of putting them in as I go, kind of sticking them in with cuttings for the succulents. You know, really not worrying about too much how they're gonna grow. I think that they'll be fine. And then we're gonna plant my okay, so now we're going to go ahead and plant some of my filler plants, kind of the plants to fill in the gaps. So I'm going to go ahead and plant my Aeonium right here. I think that this, I think, is a great spot to put it. And you know, it doesn't need to match. It doesn't you know, it doesn't need to be perfect. I mean, just play around with it and see what you like. You know, it doesn't have to, you know, you don't have to plant a bunch of things. You can keep it minimal. You can, you know, it doesn't need to be something amazing. But yeah, but just taking time and filling in some of the gaps. And I got some taller plants that I'll be using. You know, and just kind of just sticking them in there. You know, I'm not too big. A lot of digging to me sounds a lot like work, so I don't typically do a lot of digging. I just kind of stick all my succulents in as cuttings, as I'm doing now. Just just break them off and just kind of just stick them in, and as I say, I just let them figure it out themselves. Because succulents are pretty smart, and they do adapt to things, and they do adapt to the way you plant them, and no, I don't think it will be a problem for my plants. Okay, now I am going to plant a plant that that is going to look like this. That is going to look like this. That is this, and now we're going to go ahead and plant this guy right up in here. And you notice that there was not too many roots, which that's fine. Succulents, they do not need roots to be put in the ground necessarily. But if you are subject to a lot of irrigation in the spot of the yard, to a lot of rain, then I would go ahead and wait. If you're going to plant a succulent cutting, I would go ahead and wait until the wound hardens off at the bottom of where you cut it from, just so there's no rot, and so you can have the best outcome of your plants. Okay, so here we go. Something just very simple and very, yeah, just very simple. I like simple in my plants. Go ahead and pop maybe a couple more in. But another thing I like to do is, so we still got a lot of dirt kind of showing, but I feel like I've kind of done this pot and I feel like I like how it looks. So I like to put rocks in my succulent tapestry designs in the front yard, in different pots I do. You know, I think rocks are a big thing in a pot or in a landscape design, because I think it really pulls out the different elements in your yard, the different plants you have. It's like icing on a cake, you know? It's like you just kind of have the dirt, and then once you put the rocks on, or the wood chips, or that, you know, then that's kind of like the icing on the cake, and that's kind of the finished completion kind of it, you know? So that's kind of how I like to think of my rocks when I plant them, or when I put them down. So just a few more rocks just to kind of put in the front, and you know, I think this looks great. But I could wake up tomorrow and think that, oh man, I don't really like this. I want to take this out, or I want to add this. So then go ahead and add it. You know, do whatever floats your boat. You know, do whatever, you know, you like, and you know, just experiment. You know, there is no right or wrong way, and if it dies, well, then it dies, and maybe learn from that and figure out why it died. So then, you know, it doesn't happen in the beginning. Or next time. So here's my completed pot arrangement. My thriller in the back. My my fillers are kind of in the middle and kind of placed in different variations, and then we have my spiller, which is the plants or plants that hang over. Okay, and that is it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you are new to my channel, please make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any other videos in the future, and go ahead and hit that bell notification so you don't miss any of my videos, and you get notified when I upload my next one. Okay, thank you guys so much, and I will see you on the next one.